Welcome everyone to another episode. In this episode, we are traveling from the Lyons Ferry Marina, and this video covers 2 days of travel and 2 nights of anchoring. The first night we anchored just a few miles above the Lower Monumental Lock, and the second night we anchored about 12 miles above the Ice Harbor Lock. We completed this trip on July 3rd and July 4th of 2026. Right here at the beginning of this video is a clip just kind of showing around the Lyons Ferry Marina that we stayed at one night. We would also like to say thank you to all the new subscribers. We have recently qualified for our videos to be hyped, as well as the usual ability to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done that already. We want to thank everyone who is leaving encouraging comments and all the questions.
This is what the view looks like from the west side of this railroad bridge. Makes a pretty good little corner, sharp corner there for a railroad probably, especially for large trains. Of course, I'm sure they can just push and pull with engines at either end. Here is some pretty nice, interesting looking columns of rock. Pretty fun to see that kind of stuff. Okay, so we are a little bit less than an hour and a half above the Monumental something dam. It would be, I believe, dam number 3. And this is just a little hole in the wall on the Snake River. Kind of a snug place. I did throw out a stern anchor. For some reason this boat loves to sit sideways to the wind, and I love my boat to be pointed straight into the wind as a general rule. And so I put out the stern anchor, and it seems to be doing pretty well for us. We have a nice little breeze coming kind of straight in here on the nose, so that's really nice. We are just sitting swung in here. The last place we were at, the marina, not quite as nice, and I mean, it's not a bad place, but yeah, just not quite as nice as we would have liked, and the price was almost around $2 a foot with no electric, no water. They said it was a holiday price for July 2nd, and so our budget doesn't really allow for a lot of. But some of the marinas down through the Snake and the Columbia can be very affordable, like I believe $15 to $30, which is definitely a really nice luxury. And so we thought we would splurge a little bit, but definitely not going to stay at places multiple nights if the price is high. Anyway, just trying to catch up on YouTube work, and so I do have the little 12 volt air conditioner running right now. We did get a question on our electrical setup. We do have a small diesel generator so far on a rainy day. Didn't really need to, but just to kind of make sure my batteries weren't too low, what I did was run the generator for about a half hour. This is a 2007 boat, and our generator has 8 hours of use on it. So it is in like new condition. I do have a complete rebuild kit for the impeller pump. I would like to do that sometime, and I definitely need to go over our electrical system on the boat and show some of the things that is how it functions. To put it really short and quick, we are blown away with our electrical system. I made a bad choice with my inverter, which I changed, went from a modified sine wave to a pure sine wave, and that took our system and made it quite effective. And typically by noonish, our batteries are always charged up. But anyway, I'll go over some of those details. I'm kind of challenged with keeping up with making videos, and I am wanting to get videos made ahead so that when we travel, there could be a week or so or more where we are not actually out on the water, but traveling from, say, out west here all the way back east. And I would love to have a consistent flow of videos each week, a video each week coming out to you guys, so that yeah, kind of have something to look forward to each week if you enjoy the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Another cat?
Yeah, I'm afraid I jumped.
Yeah.
It might be on my camera. I probably should check my camera.
So we just pulled out of our anchorage this morning. Today is July 4th of 2026. Happy 250th year. And Shyla and I are both bicentennial babies. So Shyla turned 50 this year already, and I'll be 50 in November. So we're having a little bit of just a slight white cap. Obviously the waves are very close together, and we are just above the Lower Monumental Dam, so we're headed that way, and things are going great, but we're expecting at least 10 to 20 mile an hour winds today. Of course, we're going into the wind, which intensifies it, and it's wind against current as usual, so it builds up a little easy. This right here, I think, is a relatively calm stretch, and we might hit some water today. I'm expecting that would be quite a bit bigger than this even. But we're getting moved a little bit. Chada has a cup of coffee on the dash still, so it's not too bad.
Happy 4th of July.
Correcting what I want when I'm right here. All right, so I would love to go up on the bow, but it's a little bit wet. Kind of want to show you, this is some of the more sporty conditions we've had on the river here so far, but it's pretty much been an average of 25 mile an hour winds on the nose. Now, of course, we're running 7-8 miles an hour, so it's actually only 17, 18 maybe. And I'm expecting that there's a few spots today where the river could really open up, and with this amount of wind it could be even more sporty than this. Yeah, we're having a beautiful day. It's definitely going to be heating up, but pretty comfortable so far. Supposedly it's 80 degrees in the boat. Doesn't feel that hot because there's so much dry wind coming through, and then outside I guess it's like 73. We have so much glass on this boat that well, another contributing factor is we have water sometimes able to go completely over the top of the boat, even hit our solar panels. And so all of our hatches and everything, most all of our windows are completely closed. So that is contributing to the higher temperature in the boat, I'm sure. So our friends from Banks Lake are saying hello to us this morning right before going through the lock. The lock is being set for us right now, and we have two airplanes, a little bit of loose formation right now, but yeah, this is so awesome. I love this like crazy. It is so cool. Nice! Yeah. That is so bad. That is so flipping cool. Woohoo! Totally made my day, Tim. Okay, and I got another one coming right up behind. Woohoo! Yeah. These guys are having too much fun this morning. Totally making my day. And I'm guessing they're off. Have a good flight.
and here we are entering lock number 3.
Okay, so we're running this lock just a little different than we normally do. We have wind on our nose. Of course, as we get down in the lock, we're gonna have less wind affecting us. And so I have Shyla at the front of the boat. We typically only have one bollard to hook up to. And this is what it looks like. This normally we connect down to this small bollard, but it's almost low for us. And this upper one up here is more for ships, like big boats. And it's kind of working nice for us because we don't have to worry about our rope slipping off of the top of that big old bruiser and everything. So I like to just bump my thrusters. These locks they have been sending us down have been quite docile and nice experience. So nothing really at all that exciting and dramatic, but this is a very close-up of what we see going down these here 100-foot locks. Okay, so in this lock we have a guillotine gate, I believe is what the term is used, and I almost missed getting this on video. I had to scramble for my cell phone because yeah, I'm sitting here trying to, we use our thrusters quite a bit here, just little touches. It's really easy to keep our boat where we want, but yeah, anyway, kind of cool. That guillotine gate looks like it's on cables up in those towers, and that is how we get out. The locks before now were like swing gates, but this is different setup. This is our first lock that we're not doing a full real-time video shoot with the Insta360. Don't know how much of that people want to sit around watching, because it is at least a 20-30 minute process in being lowered, but yeah. So I was really frustrated with all these buoys they had across the channel right as you exit this dam. Come to find out they're pelicans. Wow, look at big bird.
I'm not getting good footage of this at all.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Those pelicans, they sort of bob around, you know, like just kind of flop around actually.
Alright, I'm going to try to jump in here. I don't know if these waves will show up on camera. Try to clear off the windshield before it gets hosed. But yeah, I love these kind of conditions. I like when I get to kind of get outside the comfort zone just a little bit and experience a little sporty conditions. I don't think your skill level improves if you're always on glass water. Anyway, this is a really beautiful spot. Pretty cool little railroad bridge over there. And yeah, some nice little bit of wave activity. I don't know what these here size of these waves would be. I mean, they're pretty steep. It might be 2 or 3 feet. If anybody is a better expert at gauging these based on what you're seeing, don't hesitate to give me feedback. There seems to be quite a few of these railroad bridges. Pretty spectacular, and probably would be a little noisy, but wow, what a spectacular place for a house, right? That would be a pretty expansive view. It's really hard to know what to video and what not. I guess I'll err on the side of a lot. I know for some of these trips, people post videos and it's like, yeah, but what did it really look like going down through there? And you can't really show, well, I mean, I guess you could, but you don't typically show like 4 or 6 hour videos of real time running the whole way each day on a river like this that you travel. But here's just a little snapshot of the section we're on right now. See if I can maybe, I guess we got around 2 or 3 foot waves according to reports. So I don't really consider myself an expert in wave height measuring. Right now our windshield is getting a little bit wet, but not real bad all the time right now. I really like seeing stuff like this, how the farmers can bring their grain and be loaded directly onto ships. I think that's really cool. Pretty beautiful spot to locate it. Some people don't like industry, but I guess I'm very much in favor of people taking care of people and not just worshiping creation. Looks like there may have been some fires in the recent past. Glad that it looks like all those trees were saved for the most part. I can see a stretch right along that ridge line there where it looks like there were some that were lost, but looks like most of them were saved. That's nice. That's got to be hard when you have an orchard like that and it takes decades of establishment to lose areas of your farm. We're about 8 miles from Ice Harbor. I think about 19-20 miles away from the Tri-Cities. I'm guessing this is a little pump house, probably for irrigation for all those orchards and stuff that I'm assuming are right up over that hill. If I haven't made it obvious, obviously I like to eat food and very much in favor of farming activities. When I was a young boy, I was raised on a dairy farm in Ohio, and my wife was also raised on a dairy farm in Wisconsin. I just want to show this nice little bay here. We anchored here. I don't know how much to say, but we went to kind of like this public park with a public dock, and I wound up crossing the path with another individual, and even though the sheriff was there to kind of help settle the dispute, the person really didn't, shall we say, calm down, and I felt, let's just say I can't handle being bullied very well, and so I just decided to leave. And so, the sheriff told us about this anchoring hole here, and we have the whole place to ourselves. And down there, it was a zoo. So, the individual that was upset with me was telling me about karma, and I guess I got my karma, and I'm okay with my karma. It's not fun when you can't get along with people, and fortunately for me, I have a very understanding wife that was very nice and supportive. There's actually a buoy right out there, and the sheriff told me that I'm able to tie up to it, but I'm not really set up good yet with a dedicated line for a buoy, and so that is something I kind of realized maybe I need to do, and I do kind of trust my anchor quite well, so it was no big deal. We just came in here in shallower water and anchored out, and things are cooling down. We are experiencing very warm weather. I guess that's July 4th normally, right? So it's already dropping below 80 degrees now as the sun drops down. So fortunately, it is very normal to get cool at night. So sleeping is pretty easy. So I just happened to look out the back of the boat, and the cruise ship for the river is going by. Quite nice little sight. I'm sure we will have quite the wait coming here in a bit, but that too shall pass, and it will be fine. That looks really fun. When you're on that thing, you don't have to worry about driving or anchoring, and whether you're in the right portion of the channel, somebody else takes care of that all. And the cruises that we have been on had very good food, so of course we had to make sure our anchor light is on so the cruise ship doesn't come over here and run into the bank on top of us, which, yeah, very unlikely to occur.